Welcome to Battle Axe. As always, I'm Joey the Jaw Danya alongside Bobby the Blade Bradford. We're coming to you from the Bustin Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque, Iowa, to bring you all of the action here in week number 6 of our 7-week regular season, and it all leads up to our double elimination postseason tournament. If you're new to Battle Axe, let's explain the rules of the game. All of those rings going inward towards the bullseye are worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the bullseye is worth 6. Those small blue dots on the outermost ring, those are for what's called the kill shot. It's worth 8 points if a player hits it. If they elect to go for the kill shot and they miss, they get no points. Here's what everyone is vying for, Bobby. The championship belt.
This is the prize everyone is chasing, Joey, in this league. It is the first time this belt is going to be bestowed to a champion, and as you can see, it's pretty special.
I'm drooling just looking at this thing.
Yeah, it's custom made, and it's the first time it'll be given to a champion. They get to take it home and hold on to it until the next season, so could be staying with somebody for quite a while.
Just a couple weeks to go until we get the postseason started to compete for that belt. Here are the standings. After 5 weeks of competition, Matt Bradshaw is a perfect 20-0. He's averaging more than 54 points per game. Behind Bradshaw, it's Casey Nines, Cody Yoakum, Brandon Feenstra, Eric Schizzle, Hannah Brussels, Stephanie Prine, Gina Feenstra, Everett Shure, and Haley Strait. Cody Yoakum is third with 46.4 points per game. Let's throw it down to Cody right now to get his thoughts on his attitude this season.
Like right now, I just felt like have more energy than anything. So my positivity's up. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. It's not a big deal as long as I'm having fun.
Cody Yoakum, like Cyndi Lauper, he just wants to have fun, Bobby.
Having fun is the name of the game, but Cody seems to be in a good headspace and ready to compete come tournament time.
Cody Yoakum, ready to go here in week number 6. He's going to take on Everett, Mr. Kill Shure.
Okay. Yes, Everett, Mr. Kill Shure coming in at 7-13. Cody coming in at 14-6. Both players, though, able to put up some impressive scores, Joey.
We are set to go here in week number 6, and what a great start for Everett Shure. That looks like a bullseye, and it is a flush bullseye right through the center.
Yeah, just a no-doubt bullseye there for Everett to start off this match. Cody with a 4 there, down by 2 going into the second throw.
And we, of course, call Everett Shure Mr. Kill because he loves to throw those kill shots, and that's going to pay dividends most likely in the postseason.
Absolutely, just being very comfortable going with that kill shot and not being afraid of it. But Cody doing a really nice job of throwing up consistent scores throughout the season. And it looks like the axe getting away from Everett just a little bit there. Looks like a 5 there for Cody. So able to gain a point on Everett.
So it's a 1-point lead for Everett Shure after 3 throws.
Yeah, so something that, Everett's learning, all these competitors are learning when you're playing with a lead, you have to keep putting those positive points on the board. Do not let your opponent back in this game. Very close ruling. It looks like a 4, could be a 5 there for Cody. And it is ruled a 5, so we are all tied up. Joey going into the 5th throw here.
Back-to-back 5s from Cody Yoakum. 18 all after 4 throws.
Yep, so important for Cody to maintain that throw that he's been developing, and then for Everett, just got to forget about that 4. Ooh.
Cody Yoakum lands a bullseye. He's really locked in right now, and he's got a 24-22 advantage.
Yeah, that was very close to being a 5 there for Everett. Looks like the bottom of the blade wasn't popping through on that 5 ring, but it looks like a nice 5 there. Oh, but it's a 4 again, so another close call there for Everett. Not missing that 5 ring by much, Joey.
So it remains a 2-point lead for Cody Yoakum, 28-26. 4 throws to go.
Yeah, so you can see there the axe getting just a little away there from Everett, but a nice throw there by Cody Yoakum, very close to being a bullseye. Oh, and as you can see, he actually wants to get a second opinion, and it is a bullseye. So initially ruled a 5. Closer look. Looks like the red was popping through on the right-hand side.
His second bullseye of the match, and that extends his lead to 4.
There's a nice bullseye. Could be a 5. I mean, it looks like a bullseye from here, and it is a bullseye.
Bullseye Everett.
So a big bullseye from Everett sure to pick up a point as he tries to chip away at that deficit. And you think that Mr. Kill is probably going to go for a kill shot at some point, right?
Absolutely. He's well within that range, striking range there, Joey. So just has to keep putting consistent 5s on the board. No mistakes, no 3s, no drops.
All right.
So he's within 3 here.
It's a 44-41 lead for Cody Yoakum, and Everett Sure
We just saw it.
is going for the kill shot. Mr. Kill living up to his namesake.
So he needs Cody to throw a 5 or less. Ooh, and so he's off the mark. So Cody will come out the victor in this one, but a nice game for both players.
Cody Yoakum is the victor, 48-41 over Everett Sure.
Yeah, what can you say? I mean, Everett started off this match with that nice, aggressive bullseye there to start the match, but kind of got stuck in a little bit of a 4 rut there, put himself into deficit, but just nice job by Cody Yoakum to come back and get back in this game, get the lead, maintain the lead, and not be intimidated by Everett and his kill shot.
Yeah, nice, very consistent round from Cody Yoakum for a round of 48. That's going to win you a lot of games in this league. As for Everett Sure, a nice consistent round as well, just obviously had to go for the kill shot there at the very end.
Yeah, the total score is not going to be really reflective of how consistent he was throwing.
Time now for our next matchup, but before we bring it to you, let's throw it down to Hannah Brussel to get her thoughts on her progress throughout the league this season.
I am holding right in the middle, which is exactly where I want to be. I as much as I would love to be in the top, it's very competitive to get there, and I know my throws aren't, consistent enough to be in the top, but, we'll see how week 8 comes along, and hopefully, in the next few weeks as we get closer to the tournament, I can keep my throws consistent enough to get closer.
Hannah Brussel. Consistency is the name of the game, and she's been very consistent this season.
Absolutely. Hannah has definitely upped her game, and like everyone in this league, is looking to take her game to new heights.
Brandon Feenstra looking to go to greater heights as well. He's going to take on Hannah Happy Feet Brussel.
As both players are jockeying for position in the middle of the pack here. Hannah coming in at 9 and 11. Brandon at 10 and 10.
4 and 4.
A couple 4s to start off the match here, Joey.
Hannah Brussel has really made remarkable improvements from way back at the very beginning of this league, and she's looking like a very
Scary
dangerous opponent
right
in the postseason.
Yep, something that not a lot of competitors want to see, and just a nice throw there by Brandon. And Brandon's one of those sneaky players too there, Joey, that he can put up some consistent high scores as well, and he can hang with the best in this league as well.
Indeed he can. He throws a bullseye right there to take the lead on Hannah Brussel.
Looks like that could be a bullseye popping through on the left-hand side there for Hannah, and it is. So trading points are Brandon and Hannah, and we're all tied up here, Joey, going into the 4th throw. So again, eliminating those mistakes, eliminating those drops. Hannah had suffered from foot faults early on in her career, has eliminated those and eliminated the drops. And then, of course, Brandon really trying to focus in on that 5 and 6 ring. He's very consistent in that 4 ring, but really trying to hone in that 5 and 6 more, like all competitors are.
Yeah, we might have to come up with a new nickname for Hannah Happy Feet Brussel because, of course, we called her Happy Feet back in season 1 because she would cross that line and have the footfall so many times, but we haven't seen her do that at all this season.
Nope, it's been an effective nickname, and it's worked out. It looks like that's a 4 there for Brandon. So Hannah with a 2-point lead going into the turn here, 24-22. And you can see Brandon had that axe in there pretty good. Struggling to get it out a little bit.
Hannah Brussel locked in right now. She'll bring a 24-22 lead into the second half, and she's going to carry that momentum into the second half. That looks like it might be a 5.
I was going to say, yeah, it looks like the bottom part of that blade could have been popping through Joey on that 5 ring. You can see Brandon getting a closer look at that. But rule to 4, Brandon did not contest it, so he's still down by 2 going into the 7th throw. Hannah more than happy to just trade points here with Brandon.
And they will trade points again. So still a 2-point lead for Hannah Brussel with just 3 throws to go.
Yep, and you can see, Joey, that's one of the benefits of really kind of being able to focus in on that 4, 5, and 6 ring. If you're comfortable in that range, you can compete with anybody, obviously. You know, you can get on a hot streak throwing in the 5s and 6s, but you know you can consistently hit that 4, and so you can just trade points with your competitors once you get a comfortable lead.
Hannah Brussel talked about the consistency going into this one, and she has been very consistent here against Brandon Feenstra. She's got a 2-point lead with 1 throw to go. Brandon Feenstra is going to need to get a 5 or a 6 and hope Hannah misses a bit.
Yep. So Brandon just really hoping for that bullseye there. Ooh, off the mark a little bit.
4 and 4.
So a couple of 4s from Brussel and Feenstra to finish this one. It's Hannah Brussel getting the win, 45-43.
Yeah, so both players doing a nice job of just trading points down the stretch there from the 6th to the 10th throw, and Hannah more than happy to do so, improving her record to 10-11. Brandon falling to 10-11, but a nice consistent score for both players, as you can see, bullseyes there in the 2nd and 3rd throw there for both players. But yeah, just the kind of round you want heading into the tournament, Joey. No 3s, no drops, very few mistakes.
Yeah, consistency and no mistakes. That's just what Brussel and Feenstra are looking for. They're going to be tough competition come tournament time. We've got a lot more action still to go here in week number 6. We'll bring it all to you straight ahead here on MC22. Stay tuned for more Battle Axe. Welcome back to Battle Axe here at the Bustin Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque, Iowa. I'm Joey Danya alongside Bobby Bradford. We're bringing you all of the action from week number 7 of our 7-week regular season leading up to our double elimination postseason tournament. Before we bring you our next matchup, let's throw it down to Beth Jen on her league progress this season.
I feel really good about where I'm at, given where I started. I came in the first night not knowing what was going on or even really how to throw. And so I, of course, joked with them that I was going to win the league, just trying to break the ice and, just try and do my best. And I think now, Nancy said she's afraid to play me. So I think people know that I've improved. And, I still might not win every single match, or even I might not win a match every week, but my scores are improving. And I think, everybody's just been really supportive and helping me get to where I am now and continuing to grow.
Beth Jen has really made a lot of improvement this season. She's going to be ready for the postseason to make a little noise.
Absolutely. She's moving up the ranks and definitely a competitor to look out for.
Time now for our next matchup here in Week 6. Beth Jen taking on Eric the Scope Shizzle.
But as they say, in order to be the best, you got to beat the best. And so we're coming off a past champion here, Eric the Scope Shizzle, coming in at 12-8. And Beth with a really nice bullseye there. Really easy throw there.
So Beth Jen out to the early 2-point lead over Eric the Scope Shizzle, who continues to throw with the left hand. He just not got that right hand where he would like it to be at.
Yep, that right elbow still bugging him, but he's really dialing in his left-hand throw. And Beth has got a really nice consistent throw going on here for her first couple throws in the match. That could be a bullseye there for Eric, and it is popping through on both sides of the bottom part of that blade. So we're all tied up going into the third throw here, Joey.
Beth Jen coming in at 2-18, but don't let that record deceive you. She's a lot more competitive than that record would indicate.
Absolutely. When you're throwing up consistent 40s into the 45s, you can really compete with a lot of different people here in this league.
4 Beth, 5 Eric.
And as you can see there, she's not missing that 5 ring by much. She's done a really good job of eliminating the drops from her game and then also the 3s from her game. So she's quickly moved into that 4, 5, and 6 ring, Joey.
Yeah, and it just took her a couple of weeks to really get into rhythm. She showed impressive growth at a rapid pace.
Right, and one of the more consistent 4 throwers that we've seen. So
4 Beth, 4 Eric.
Of course, her and Hannah in a past episode set the Battle Axe record for consecutive 4s. Each player trading 4s for 6 consecutive throws. So consistency is the name of the game, but just have to start locking in on that 5 and 6 ring.
Eric the Scope taking a deep breath before his fifth throw. Looking to get into a rhythm here, but gets that one a 4, and he didn't really get close to that 5 ring like he's accustomed to.
Correct, yeah. Holding on to the axe just a little bit too long, but still a 1-point lead going into the turn here. But if you're Beth Jen, this is the great position to be in. Looks like a 5 there popping through. Ooh, and that axe barely just hanging in there for Eric the Scope.
Eric the Scope, very fortunate that that one stuck in there for a 5. He maintains his 1-point lead over Beth Jen.
You can see there the look on Eric's face. He knew that thing was barely sticking in the wood. Did not take much to take it out.
So that one gets away from Beth Jen a little bit, but it looks like it's still a 4, and it is. That one looks like a bullseye for Eric the Scope. Jenny's going to come in and get a closer look, see if the red is on both sides of the blade, and it's not. It's a 5.
Ruled a 5. Eric's going to get a closer look at it. Again, it's ever so close. It could be popping through just a little bit. You just need to see just a little bit of red, Joey, on that left-hand side of the blade for it to be a bullseye. But it is ruled a 5, and Eric concurs, does not challenge.
He's got a 2-point lead with 3 throws to go over Beth Jen. Looks like another 4 from Beth Jen, and she barely got it into that 4 ring as Eric the Scope throws a 5 to extend the lead to 3.
Yes, 9.
So another nice 5, and I believe, did Eric just call for the kill shot?
He did. Very
Wow.
aggressive here. Eric the Scope Shizzle with a 3-point lead. He's going to go for a kill shot.
Well, an interesting strategy here for Eric the Scope. Perhaps hearing all the chatter about Mr. Kill and wants to remind everyone who's the kill shot king.
3 Beth, 0
He did
Eric.
not miss that one by much.
So Eric the Scope throwing with his left hand. He's really just been trying to get his
Alright,
throw down,
last
but
throw on your
now
tie
he's
at
trying to
38.
lock in that kill shot. And wow, Eric has gone for the kill shot again. He's calling for the kill shot for his second time. So I'm baffled by the strategy here, Joey. We're all tied up. Of course, Beth's been throwing well. And there's a 5 there.
Eric the Scope going for a kill shot.
Ooh.
It's off the mark, and
Wow.
we've got an upset. Beth Jen
You stepped over.
takes down Eric the Scope Shizzle
38, Eric,
43 to 38.
Well, an interesting strategy there for the Scope. Perhaps just trying to get some practice in real-life competition before the tournament starts. You know, it's always nice to have the in-game practice for the kill shot, but he left the door open for Beth Jen to come in. And on the 9th throw, Beth tied it up and then was able to come away with the victory on the 5th throw. But nice job by Beth to throw a consistent round here, only the 1-3. And then Eric, of course, just with the aggressive practice, I guess we can say.
Yeah, no doubt. Eric the Scope just preparing for that postseason and looking to really pour on the points at the end of this one, going for the kill shots. Beth Jen gets her 3rd win of the season. Time now for our next matchup. Gina Feenstra taking on Cody Yoakum.
So we saw Cody Yoakum come out the victor in the first matchup of tonight, 48-41 over Everett, Mr. Kill Sure, and going to be taking on Gina Feenstra.
So a nice start from Gina Feenstra. It's a bullseye.
Really nice bullseye, yeah. So popping through on the bottom part of that axe. Gina coming in at 9-11, Cody at 15-6. Gina just having tremendous improvement with her game, really eliminating the mistakes. And looks like that could be a
3,
4,
Gina, 4,
possibly a 3, and it is ruled a 3 there. But also Gina's been plagued with a little bit of shoulder issues as well.
Yeah, she's having some of her axes get away from her, but not as often. And when she is missing, she's not missing by nearly as much. Those mistakes are now 3s opposed to being 2s or 1s.
Exactly, or drops.
3 Cody, bullseye Gina.
Wow. So the top part of that blade popping through for Gina. So 2 bullseyes in her first 3 throws. Oh, and it looks like Cody can be challenging that ruling here.
Yeah, Cody wants a 4 here,
4 Cody.
and Jenny gives it to him.
Well, he knows that. I mean, the way that Gina's been throwing that, it's all the points are going to matter. So initially ruled a 3. It was challenged and then changed to a 4. And there you can see the axe just getting away from Gina, and just a tremendous throw there by Cody. So he makes up a couple points, making it a 1-point game going into the 5th throw.
Our Gina is up by 1.
But I think one of the areas that Gina's really done a great job of progressing, Joey, is the short-term memory. Like after a bad throw, just being able to respond and throw a better score the next time around.
Yeah, that's so crucial
Four,
because
Gina.
it's
Three,
so easy to go down a dark path when you start
Correct.
letting things unravel. And Gina Feenstra has really not had that be an issue this season.
Yep, and as you can see, both players just trading points there.
Yep.
Going into the turn, 22-21, Gina is up by 1 point.
So we're ready to go for the second half of this one. Gina Feenstra with her 6th throw.
Going to be a close call there,
Four,
Joey.
Gina.
That
Five,
So
Cody.
rule to 4. So as you can just see, that top of the blade just popping through in that 4 ring, Joey. And Cody able to capitalize on Gina's mistake, tying this thing up at 26.
4 throws to go. And it's all tied up. Here's the 7th throw from Gina Feenstra. It's a good one.
Five,
Yep.
Gina.
An even better throw there by Cody. Looks like it was a bullseye
Bullseye,
popping through on the
Cody.
right-hand side. But again, to Gina's improvement here, she had the bad 4 on the 6th throw there. A nice response with a 5 on her 7th throw.
So Cody Yoakum takes his first lead of the day. He got off to a slow start, but he never let it get away from him, and now he's got the lead with just a few throws to go, and there's a nice throw
Four,
from
Gina.
Yoakum.
Four, Cody.
Ooh, and so initially I thought that was ruled a 5 there for Gina. So it's a 4 for Gina, 5 for Cody to take a 2-point lead here. But that was a nice, short, compact throw there by Gina. Really eliminating a lot of unnecessary movement in her throw.
Just 2 throws to go now. Yoakum leading by 2.
Another
Nice
nice
throw there from Gina Feenstra.
It looks like that could be a 5 popping through on the top part of the blade there for
Five,
Cody. And it is.
So Gina
All right.
Feenstra unable to gain
Last
any
throw, Cody's up
ground
by 2.
on her 9th throw. 1 throw to go. Yoakum up by 2.
Well, this is a huge throw here. We've seen Gina with a couple bullseyes already in this matchup. Needs Cody to throw a 4 or less to send this thing into sudden death overtime or take the victory. We'll see who wants it more.
Ooh, bullseye, Gina.
What a throw there from Gina Feenstra.
Five,
Wow.
But Cody Yoakum gets a 5 to get the win.
Wow.
What a match.
46,
Cody
Gina,
Yoakum, the
47,
win,
Cody.
47 to 46.
Close.
Well, escaping by the hair of his chinny chin chin is Cody Yoakum, 47-46, improving his record to 16-6. Gina falling to 9-12, but Cody just got that 5 in there. It was very close to being ruled a 4, and Gina did her job on the 10th throw to throw a 6. Almost sent this thing into sudden death overtime. But just a great job by both competitors. As you can see, Cody really consistent from the 6th throw on, and it's just those couple 3s in the 2nd and 4th throw for Gina that kind of created a little bit of a deficit for her to overcome.
Yeah, but what a round it was from Gina Feenstra. 3 bullseyes, a round of 46. She just keeps getting better and better. We've got a lot more action still to come here in week number 6. Stay tuned for more Battle Axe here on MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe here on MC22. I'm Joey the Jaw Danya alongside Bobby the Blade Bradford, bringing you all of the action from week number 6 here at the Bustin Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque, Iowa. If you've been waiting to see the points leader, the former champion, Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw, the wait is over. Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw ready to take on Everett, Mr. Kill Sure.
Yeah, so Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw is the one who anointed Everett Mr. Kill. So we'll see these two face off against each other. Matt coming in at a perfect 20-0. Everett at 7-14. Looks like a 4 to start off the match there. Holding on to the axe just a little too long.
For Everett, 5, Matt.
And 5 for Matt, but very close to being a bullseye there.
Is that bullseye, Matt?
Oh, and it's
Jenny's going to change the ruling and give the Magic Man a bullseye. He is averaging more than 54 points per game.
Yeah, Matt just putting together a tremendous season. And again, though, Everett able to put up some really impressive points, able to compete with anybody. That's a nice 5 there. It looks like, but Matt is just so consistent with this throw. Another nice bullseye there.
5, Everett, bullseye, Matt.
Back-to-back bullseyes for the Magic Man. He'll have a shot at a unicorn here on his 3rd throw.
Yeah, just a model of consistency is Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw. Has his routine pretty much perfected. Of course, he would never admit that, but eliminates a lot of the mistakes just by eliminating a lot of unnecessary movement.
Well, it looks like a unicorn from the Magic Man, and it is. Bradshaw with a unicorn to get things started in week number 6.
Everett really close to a 5 there. An unfortunate ruling for him that he didn't have the axe popping through on the left-hand side of that blade, so it is a 4. And he finds himself in a bit of a hole here.
As many do when they're facing the Magic Man.
For Everett.
He's always improving his game. As good as he is,
Bullseye match.
he's always tweaking things, always looking to improve. He's thrown 4 straight bullseyes
All right,
here.
fifth throw,
This guy
match
is
number
looking
7.
poised to make a run at his 2nd championship. He, of course, won the first championship back in season 1. Now he's going to look to become the first guy to win the belt.
Yep, so Matt with 4 6s here to start off this game. But again, he'd be the first one to tell you, Joey, that he is getting better with his throw by eliminating motion. Like, he is trying to simplify his throw over and over and over again. And as you can see, just off the mark there a little bit, very close to a 6, getting a closer look at it as well. He wants that 5th 6 in a row, but up 29-21 going into the turn here. And just a tremendous showing so far.
Yeah, what a first half of this one for Matt Bradshaw. Nearly perfect.
Bullseye match.
And he throws another bullseye here.
It's so shiny.
Oh,
Or did he?
It reflects the red. I'm sorry.
Just missed it.
So initially called a bullseye, ruled a 5. So Matt up 34-26. But again, also as Matt's talked about in interviews past, Joey, you cannot worry and wait for your opponent to make a mistake. You have to put positive points on the board, and that's what makes him so tough to compete against, is that he just does not leave that door open. As you can see, Everett's thrown 5 4s in this game. Matt has thrown 0. And that is why we sit at 40-30 going into the 8th throw.
Yeah, this is a round from Everett Shore that would have you right in most games, but
Correct.
when you're going up against the Magic Man and he's playing the way he is in this one, it's hard to even stay in it.
It looks like that could be a bullseye, and it is. It's ruling a bullseye there, popping through on the left-hand side. Of course, Matt, a great sportsman, gives him some dap. So going into the 9th throw, you can see Everett. Is he thinking about it?
Matt's up by 9.
Is Mr. Kill thinking about it? Yeah, he just called for it.
Well, they don't call him Mr. Kill for nothing. Mr. Kill going for the kill shot here on the 9th throw against Matt Bradshaw.
Ooh, and close
And he missed
to it. But again, Everett's approach, though, I think, Joey, makes a lot of sense here. He is down a significant amount to Matt the Magic Man. He knows he needs all the points he can get. So if he can get even 2 points on Matt, it at least puts some pressure on Matt to, be a little more perfect than he usually is. So it looks like Everett called for the kill shot again. Why not throw some points on the board?
Just more practice for that postseason.
Oh!
Ooh, and it looks like he nailed it.
Looks like he did nail it, and wow, Matt nailed the bullseye.
So Mr. Kill finishes this one with a kill shot, but it's Matt Bradshaw getting the win. An impressive round of 56.
Yeah, one of the better scores we've seen in Battle Axe, 56. No 4s in that matchup, starting off the game with 4 6s, a couple in there after the turn. But nice job by Everett, realizing the situation he was in this game, going for the kill shot on the 9th and the 10th throw, hitting it flushly on the 10th throw, but just not enough to overcome Matt. So Everett falls to 7-20. Matt improves to 21-0.
So we got to see back-to-back kill shots from Mr. Kill. He hit one of them there on the 2nd throw. Here is Mr. Kill on throwing those kill shots.
I don't think of them as spooky. I think of them more as, hey, this is going to make it fun and interesting some games, and other games it might be a necessity. That last game, even if I got that first kill shot against Bradshaw, I would have been right there in the mix with him. So at that point, I mean, I still end up losing by a big margin with that miss and everything, but hey, I think it's something where if you have the opportunity to go for it and you're in a good spot, either you're behind by just a couple points or you're ahead by enough points where you feel confident, I feel like you should be able to, take that chance and go for it.
Well, when the postseason rolls around, no doubt nobody will be more prepared to throw the kill shot than Mr. Kill.
Yes, he'll be primed and ready to go with all the chances that he's taken. And this should be an exciting matchup here, Joey. We have Nancy Kramer taking on Beth Jen.
Yeah, Beth Jen coming off a win over Eric the Scope Shizzle, who went for back-to-back kill shots in his matchup against Jen, and that ultimately was the deciding factor in the win for Beth Jen.
Yep, so Beth coming in at 3-16, Nancy at 1-19, but both players improving their average score, getting closer and closer to that mid-40s range. And so Nancy with a nice throw there, a 5 to start off this match. And for both these players, Joey, it's really just eliminating those mistakes, whether it's a drop, a 2, or a 3.
Those are the mistakes they've been making in the season thus far, so they just need to keep working on eliminating those mistakes and focusing on that 4, 5, and 6 ring. But with all that said, they've done a great job of progressing.
Off to a nice start here in week 6.
Nice throw there by Nancy. Looks like that could be a 5. Ooh.
So it is a 5 for Nancy. It's a...
I was going to say, on a closer look there from the action cam, Joey, that looked like that could have been a bullseye.
Bullseye, Nancy.
And they're going to change it to a bullseye. Good eye, Bobby.
Saw that popping through on the left-hand side. Saw enough red there. So Nancy with a bullseye on her third throw.
She's got a 3-point lead over Beth Jen.
Oh, and there you can see the axe getting away from Nancy a little bit.
4, Beth.
Looks like the
3,
top of
Nancy.
that axe is popping through on the 3. So she's lucky that that's a 3 and not a 2. But those are the mistakes, Joey. Those are the mistakes that we're trying to eliminate here as the tournament is approaching.
5th throw, Nancy's up by 2.
Oh, there's another good throw from Nancy Kramer.
Really nice throw.
4, Nancy. 4,
Ooh,
Beth.
and a little deceiving angle here. So that ruled a 4. And as closer look from the action cam there, you could see Nancy had a 4 there. But Beth, the model of consistency, 5 4s to start off this match here, Joey, going into the turn.
Nancy Kramer bringing a 2-point lead into the second half of this one. Looks like another 4 from Kramer and another 4 from Beth Jen. 6 4s for Beth Jen.
Wow. So 6 4s for Beth to get this match started. And Nancy, you can see the blade kind of just hitting there a little awkwardly. Something she wants to eliminate from her throw.
3, Nancy. 4, Beth.
And again, another 3 there for Nancy. Leaving the door open here for Beth to make this a 1-point game with 3 throws to go.
We've got a good one here between Nancy Kramer and Beth Jen. Kramer leading by 1 with 3 throws to go. That one gets away from her. Looks like that's a 3, Bobby.
Yeah, it looks like another 3. And as you can see how that axe hit the board, Joey, those are what leads to the drop. So when the axe doesn't hit flush on the board, when the blade doesn't hit flush and stick in there, that's what can lead to those drops and really negatively affect a game.
How about this? We're all tied up, 32 all with 2 throws to go. Beth Jen throwing nothing but 4s. 8 straight 4s from Jen. Make it 9 in a row.
Wow.
36 all, 1 throw to go now.
36.
So all knotted up. Beth has thrown 9 consecutive 4s. I mean, Joey, what are the chances that another 4 is coming here?
I'd say pretty good.
Pretty
It's
good.
about as consistent as you can be. And she throws another 4, and it's a 4
Wow.
for the win.
Oh, it's just a devastating 3 there for Nancy.
Beth Jen with a round of 40 to beat Nancy Kramer.
Yeah, so 10 consistent 4s there by Beth Jen, something I don't think we've ever seen here on Battle Axe, Joey, but putting up a round of 40 to improve her record to 4-16. Nancy falls to 1-20. Had a really nice start to this matchup with the 5 and the 6 on her first and third throw, but just got stuck in that little 3 rut, something that she's been looking to improve on and working on, but something to take away from this, no drops for either competitor, and getting closer and closer to that average of 40 to 45 range.
Yeah, no doubt a lot of positives for both Kramer and Jen to build off on this one with the postseason just right around the corner. Beth Jen getting her second week here in week number 6. We've got a lot more action still to come here on Battle Axe. We'll bring it to you all straight ahead here on MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe. It's week number 6 here at the Bustin Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque, Iowa, leading up to our double elimination postseason tournament after 7 weeks of competition. I'm Joey Danya alongside Bobby Bradford, and we're set to bring you our next matchup right now here on Battle Axe. Everett Mr. Kill Sure will take on Hannah Happy Feet Brussel.
So it should be a tremendous matchup here, Joey. Hannah coming in at 10 and 11. Everett at 7 and 15. Everett fell to Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw, but did hit a kill shot on his 10th throw. So we'll see if that momentum carries over into this matchup.
And, of course, earlier today here in Week 6, Hannah Brussel got a 45-43 win over Brandon Feenstra. Everett Shure out to the early lead with a 5.
Yeah, that 5 is very close to being a 6 there for Everett, so locking in. Looks like a nice throw there. But both competitors very close to a 5 there for Hannah. But a nice consistent 5 there for Everett to take a 2-point lead going into the third throw.
Everett Shure had all he could handle from Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw earlier today. Went for kill shots on his final 2 throws and hit his second one.
Yep, and nice bullseye there. Really dialing in his throw. Hannah kind of getting stuck in that little 4 rut there. Has to make some slight adjustments to get to that 5 and 6 ring. Ooh, but the axe getting away from Everett there.
Yeah, he's fortunate that one's even a 4. Just
Right.
crossed into that 4 ring.
Fifth throw, Everett's up by 4.
He's still got a 4-point lead over Hannah Brussel after 4 throws.
Yeah, so Hannah unable to capitalize on the mistake there by Everett. But a nice response there by Everett for a 5. And Hannah maybe trying to challenge Beth Jen for the record of 4s in the matchup here. So 5 4s to start off the match, down by 5. I think she's got to turn around if she wants a chance to beat Everett here.
We will switch sides, and
Everett.
Hannah Brussel doesn't want to throw a 4. She wants a 5. She gets it, and she picks up a point to get within 4 of Everett Shure.
So nice adjustment there for Hannah. Hitting a 5, able to make up a point on Everett. So maybe it was just that side of the lane there, Joey.
Hannah, 3, Everett.
You might be onto something because Hannah Brussel just threw a bullseye. What a comeback here from Hannah Brussel after trailing by 5 with just a couple throws. She gets within 1 of Everett Shure.
Well, that's just a huge turn of events. So we haven't seen a lot of 3s out of Everett, but he threw a 3, and kudos to Hannah, able to capitalize on that throw. So making this a 1-point game. Going into the 9th throw, very close to being a 5 there for Hannah as well.
Another close matchup here on Battle Axe. This is what we love about the game.
Absolutely, and this is why I think, Joey, just a great throw there by Hannah. It looks like that's a 5 to Everett's 4, so we were all tied up. But I think, Joey, this is why we're going to have such a tremendous tournament going on.
Yeah.
All these competitors are so evenly matched that all these matchups are just nail-biters.
Yeah, I can't wait for the postseason, and these competitors can't as well. It's all going to come down to this throw here for Brussel and Shure.
Oh, so we got a couple 4s here, Joey. Tied at 44. Mr. Kill versus Happy Feet in sudden death. So each player has to go for a kill shot. If they hit the kill shot, they win. If they both hit the kill shot, Joey, they have to move over to the other kill shot and go for that as well.
Well, you would think nobody is primed for overtime like Mr. Kill. He's going to try and win it here with a kill shot.
And so
But he's off the mark. We'll see if Hannah Brussel can get closer. It looks like she did. Jenny's going to have to come in and get a closer look.
So it's always deceiving with how each axe kind of hits the board there. So it is from the point of the axe going into the wood to the kill shot. So she's going to get an exact measurement here. From the naked eye, Joey, it looks like Hannah's got this one.
Yeah, it looks like she didn't miss it by all that much.
We'll wait for the official ruling here, though.
It's awfully close, though.
Hannah's closer.
Hannah just a little closer to get the win in sudden death. Hannah Brussel beating Everett Shure at his own game, winning with a kill shot.
Yeah, just a great job by both competitors to keep this thing close. Hannah with a nice job of capitalizing on Everett's mistake on the 7th throw there. Everett throwing the 3, Hannah throwing her only bullseye of the match, improving her record to 11-11, and Everett falling to 7-16. But, man, what a fun matchup.
Yeah, and what a great comeback out of Hannah Brussel. She was trailing by 5 after the first half, kept her composure, played her game, put herself in position to get the win, and that's exactly what she did with the kill shot. Here's Hannah Brussel on going for the kill shot.
terrible. No, I never hit them, like hardly ever. It's exhilarating. Is that the word I'm looking for? It's exciting going for them. Just trying my best to hit them, to get there, but practice is, it's all I can do to try to hit it the next time.
Hannah Brussel beating Everett Shore at his own game. Here's Everett Shore on going to sudden death.
Oh man, the sudden death, there's nothing like it. Everybody in the room hears that, oh, they're going into sudden death. They're going into sudden death. They all come back and watch that last throw. It's something where you just have to try to settle your nerves, take that extra deep breath, and try to go back. Just take your normal throw that you do. Well, normal kill shot throw, and hope for the best. And I feel like I'm in a good position now going into these last few weeks where I've been practicing him, I've been going for him, where I'm feeling a little bit more confident going for him in those clutch moments. So hopefully it'll pay off in the end.
Everett Shore and Hannah Brussel look ready for the postseason. We've got one matchup still to go here in week number 6 on Battle Axe, and we saved one of the best matchups of the night for last. Casey Laser Wolf Nines against Cody Yoakum.
Yes, so Cody coming in at 16-6 with the victory over Gina Feenstra earlier in the night, and one over Mr. Kill earlier as well.
Casey Laser Wolf Nines 18-2 on the season, and he gets this one started with a 5. Cody Yoakum throws a bullseye.
Yeah, so Cody with a nice bullseye to start the match. Casey just missed the bullseye, but it is a 5, so a 1-point lead here for Cody going into the second throw. Looks like that could be a 5 there for Casey. But getting dangerously close to that 4 there is Casey.
Yeah, just got the bottom of that axe into the 5 ring. And Cody has Jenny come get another look at this one, and it's ruled a bullseye. Back-to-back bullseyes for Yoakum. A chance now at a unicorn on his third throw.
Yeah, so getting a closer look at it, initially ruled a 5.
Ooh. A rare 3 from Cody Yoakum after back-to-back bullseyes. That one got away from him. We're all tied at 15. 3 straight 5s from Laser Wolf.
So getting knocked out of that bullseye throw was Cody. He had a 3 there. He's got to forget that, though, and just focus back up on those first 2 throws.
4 and 4.
Couple 4s from Nines and Yoakum to keep it tied up. 19 all.
Yeah, so we knew this was going to be a heavyweight matchup, so no surprise this thing's all tied up going into the 5th throw. Cody has to just concentrate on that 5 and 6 ring. He hasn't been hitting as many bullseyes this season as he would like. So something he definitely wants to kind of clean up before tournament time.
Well, he gets that one to land for a 5 to take the lead back from Casey Nines. It's 24-23.
As you can see, both players are so
both players
locked in.
did not realize that it was the half, so they're going to switch sides, and now we're ready to go for the second half. That was a funny look from Laser Wolf.
Absolutely, and a nice throw there by Laser Wolf. But yeah, both players just totally locked in tournament mode right now. They didn't even realize that was their 5th throw. So Casey able to take the lead with that bullseye. So we have a score of 29-28 going into the 7th throw.
First bullseye of the match for Casey Nines. That one might be in there for a 5. It is.
Yeah, it looks
and
like
it's a 4 for Cody Yoakum. So Casey Nines takes a 2-point lead now.
Yeah, but with the way that Casey's been throwing those 4s, all it takes is for Cody to hit a bullseye to tie this thing up and to switch the momentum. And as you can see, it looks like the bottom part of that blade's hitting into the 5 ring there for Casey.
Bullseye Cody.
But a bullseye there for Cody.
Well, here we are with another thriller. It's a 1-point game with 2 throws to go.
Yeah, 39-38, tournament right around the corner. So we knew that these matchups would start to tighten up, Joey. A nice throw there by Casey. Looks like a 5. Could maybe be a bullseye if we get closer look here.
5 Casey.
So it's a 5. That keeps it a 1-point lead for Casey Nines. It's all going to come down to the final throw. Casey Nines looking to put this one away with a big throw here against Cody Yoakum.
Yeah, Casey really needs to stick in that 5 ring, knowing that Cody can throw a bullseye here. Ooh, and that looks like a 4. Oh, but Cody unable to capitalize.
4 Casey. 4 Cody.
Wow.
All right, good game.
Casey Nines hangs on to get the win. 48-47.
So Cody Yoakum unable to capitalize on Casey Laserwolf 9's throwing a 4 on his 10th throw. As you could see, Casey was wiping his brow, knowing that he got away with one there on the 10th throw, but finishes 48-47, improving his record to 19-2. Just one bullseye there for Casey Laserwolf 9. It's not something he wants to have going into the tournament. And for Cody, looks like 3 bullseyes there throughout the matchup. And just that costly 3 on that 3rd throw, Joey, really separated him.
Yeah, that's something you rarely see from Cody Yoakum. And if you're going to make a mistake, you'd rather do it here in Week 6 as opposed to the postseason.
Absolutely. Good point there, Joey.
Well, that's going to do it for Week 6 here on Battle Axe from the Bustin Axe Throwing Range. Let's take a look now at our post-game wrap-up. Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw is putting together another remarkable season. He's a perfect 24-0, averaging more than 54 points per game. No doubt he is the man to beat here on Battle Axe. Behind Bradshaw in the standings, it's Casey Nines, Cody Yoakum, Brandon Feenstra, Eric Schizzle, Hannah Brussel, Everett Shure, Gina Feenstra, Haley Straight, and Beth Jen rounding out the top 10.
Yeah, it's going to be a tremendous tournament, Joey, and really looking forward to it.
That's going to do it here for Battle Axe. For my partner, Bobby the Blade, I'm Joey the Jaw. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here next time on Battle Axe.